y'all, it's Pash. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making vegan crab cakes. Now I'm gonna tell y'all ahead of time, this recipe is fire. I even have non-vegans asking me to make this recipe. Mind you, they still eat seafood and they still want me to make these crab cakes. Now the start of the show today are hearts of palm. Now I know some of y'all might be wondering, what in the world is a heart of palm, Pash? This is the inside of a palm tree, and it sounds crazy, but I swear to y'all, it is so good and it mimics the texture of a crab cake. All right, so let's jump into it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So the first step is to dry out the water from your hearts of palm. I learned this the hard way. The first time I made these, I did not dry them well, and I was getting popped like I was running from fireworks. It was crazy. And sometimes this doesn't do enough, just drying it with a paper towel. What I'll do is I'll squeeze them out, squeeze the water out. And here's a quick close-up of what the hearts of palm look like. Next, you have to chop them up into small little pieces like this. So y'all will see here that some of these hearts of palm look a little raggedy and janky, but that's okay. You can still use them, but what I did is I just cut off the parts that were soggy and threw them away. I think this happened because it was just too much liquid inside of the jar. That's my first time ever seeing them look like that. Once you've chopped them up, go ahead and add them to a large bowl where you'll add all your ingredients. So the next step is to smash up our garbanzo beans or chickpeas. This can be done using a food processor or the method that I'm going to use, which is just smashing them with the back of a hard surface. Once you're done smashing up your garbanzo beans, you're going to add those to your hearts of palm mix that's in your bowl. The next step is to chop up some green onions. So next thing you're going to do is add your green onions to your mixture. Next we're going to add some Ritz crackers, and you just crumble them up using your hand. This batch I used 10 Ritz crackers. The next step is to add some vegan mayo, or veganese as they call it, to your mixture. For this batch, I used about 2 tablespoons of mayo. The next thing to add to your mixture is Dijon mustard. For this batch, I used about half of a tablespoon. Next, we're going to add some arrowroot flour. I used about 2 teaspoons of this. The next thing you're going to add is Old Bay seasoning. I use about a tablespoon of this. Next, add some garlic powder. I use about half of a teaspoon of this. And then squeeze the juice from half of a lemon. Now it's time to mix all of the ingredients together. Once you've mixed everything, now it's time to make the patties. So just scoop up enough to make a ball in your hand and mold that into the shape of a patty. And here's a quick close-up of the patties after you've taken the mixture and formed them into patties. Now the next step is to make a crumble, which will go around each patty. So I'm just using crushed up Ritz crackers and Old Bay seasoning. And then once I've got that mixed together, I take each patty and dip them in the mixture like this. And here's a close-up of the patties prior to refrigerating them. Once you form the patties, you're going to refrigerate them for 1 hour before frying. Now that 1 hour has passed, it's time to fry them. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. Once they begin browning, it's time to flip them. Now you'll see here I am struggling, and that's only because I am so scared of getting popped. So I stand so far from the stove and my arms are not that long. So don't mind my struggling. Once this side is done frying, you just take them out of the pan and place them on a plate with a paper towel so that it can drain the excess oil from the cakes. And if you're not sure if they're done, what you can do is just lift the bottom up a little bit, peek at the bottom and see if it's golden brown how the top is. And here is our final product, our yummy no crab cakes. I paired them with a side sauce, which was just vegan mayo and hot sauce, and then I sprinkle lemon inside of the sauce. And I top everything with parsley. I'm gonna need y'all to get into how delicious this looks. I hope y'all enjoy. I'll see y'all in my next video.